Hello, gold diggers. Welcome to the gold mine. One more week of fabulousness, and one more week. I know everybody's been working on their goals, and you guys are doing great work. And as you know, the mission of Gold Digger Diaries Live is to celebrate the lives and the work of ordinary people like you and I who are doing extraordinary things. That probably makes us extraordinary people, though, doesn't it? So, but that's what Gold Digger Diaries is about. We're about celebrating those who are making things happen and working through the challenges like a boss and just living out their visions and doing things to make their visions come to life. Now, tonight, we have a very, very special guest with us. Oh, I didn't introduce myself, did I? Okay, I will. I am Felicia Rie, the creator and executive producer, and tonight your host of Gold Digger Diaries. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our special guest. Our special guest is an accountant. She's an entrepreneur. She is working her plan, let me just tell you. And let's see if we can go find Miss Mitchell. Mitchell
Hi.
Tulloch. Hi, Mitchell.
Hi, Felicia. How are you?
I am awesome. I'm so glad that you took the time to come on Gold Digger Diaries and talk to us a little bit about our money tonight.
You're welcome.
Now, just I'm not gonna. I won't wait. I won't go into any detail, but I will ask you to tell us about you. Who is Mitchell Tulloch?
Well, I am a mother of three boys. I am also Jamaican. I migrated here a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
And what else? I enjoy cooking, traveling, and just helping people. People is pretty much my business. Just ensuring that I'm educating everyone around me and who comes in contact with me and ensuring that they're getting their money right.
Okay. Okay. Now I see that you're the owner of Anytime Tax Services. How long have you been in business?
I've been in business. February this year will have been 6 years. So I've been in
Oh,
business for
wow.
5 years.
And you're still passionate about it.
Yes, yes,
You
I am.
because when we were talking before, you were just like raving about loving you love what you do.
Yes, I do. Yes,
See, and like I said, it takes a special somebody to deal with numbers
yes, it does.
and remain sane.
Uh-huh. That is the key. Remain insane. Like
Yes, remaining sane. So you've got a lot of people's numbers that you're dealing with.
yes, yes, yes. A lot of people trust me to deal with those numbers. Like, yeah.
Wow. So what prompted you said you've been in business for 6 years.
Mhm.
What prompted you to go into to start your accounting business?
I started I went to high school in Jamaica and that's where I fell in love with accounting because I realized how important it was for a business to know their numbers. And that will determine if the business is going to grow, if it's going to fail, or what's really going on with your business. And then I came here and someone messed up my taxes. I was
Oh,
trying to take care of some business and um when the loan officer called me, they were like, what you tell us is not what's on your tax return. Because, of course, you trust someone to do your taxes and you tell them, I always try to communicate with my tax preparer, letting them know, that I have plans and I have things that I have to take care of. So just letting them know what I need. Because not everyone goes to a tax preparer to have everything zeroed out because
right.
that doesn't help you at all. So when that happened, and I'm like, here I am, I have an accounting degree. I didn't know much about taxes because, of course, I said I would never ever do taxes in my life. So I gave that to someone else, and they messed my stuff up. So I was like, can you just imagine people who don't have no clue at all what just what is happening to them? Like the disappointments that they face every single day because they trust someone else to take care of something that they do not have understand or they don't have the time to do. So that's how got started.
Wow. So what keeps you passionate about it though? It's numbers.
It's numbers and then helping people as well. Like there are times when I have clients who come to me and they're like they're lost, and just being able to explain certain things to them where they get a better understanding, where if they go for a loan they can explain what is on their tax return, they know, at least have an idea. So that's what keep me going, just being able to educate others and seeing the light bulb come off like, oh really? And I'm like, yes, it is that simple. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And it makes a difference, Mitchell, because I know from personal and from the business side,
mhm.
sometimes all your accountant wants is just a box of your stuff. They
Yes.
just want your stuff, and then they don't want to. They're not explaining anything to you.
Mm-mm.
They're not acting like they care. They're just like, write me a check. This is what I'm going to do.
Yes.
And you're right. You don't have a clue what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're thinking you got your stuff together, and then later you're like, why am I being audited, or why
Yes.
didn't I know this? Because in business, for sure, and in personal,
Mm-hmm.
some whether you're going to get a mortgage, whether you're going to get a business loan, whether you're going to get whatever, they're gonna ask for your taxes, and they're
Yes,
gonna
they
ask for
do.
your financials. And if you don't have a clue about it, if nobody sat down and said, okay, this is your P&L, this is what your business looks like. This, if they don't do that, or
Mm-hmm.
say this, you just lost.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
just lost.
Yeah.
You have no direction. So to me, having an accountant is important
Mm-hmm.
in your personal life and your business life. Because
Yes,
you
that's
gotta
true.
have that, especially in business, you gotta have a financial person on your team.
Yes, that's
Because
true.
most business owners, I hate numbers. I
Mm-hmm.
hate dealing
Yeah.
with numbers. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't like it. I'm a creative. I don't want to deal with numbers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's
So,
a lot of my clients. That's what they love to do. They're like, I don't want to be bothered with all this stuff. You can have it.
but
So.
I do want to know because I think about Oprah when I remember an interview that she did, and she said I look at my bank account every day. I don't care how much money I have. I'm gonna look at and I'm sure she has top level accountants, but she
Uh-huh.
looks at her money every day
Every day.
because
Mm-hmm.
without vision you perish. So if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what you're dealing with in your bank account, how are you going to be in business, or how are you going to run your family? Because running a family is running a
It's
business,
running a
like running
business.
a
That's
business.
true. That is
So you
so
got to have
true.
that money together, and you need to. I'm sure there are things that families do and have their kids involved in. You will be able to tell them how to write off things, how to deduct
Mm-hmm.
this, deduct that. But if they don't know, if they depend on TurboTax, they're not gonna
That
know.
is so true. Yep, that's true. Because I've
So
taken a few clients from TurboTax and H&R Block because they were no help.
no,
They had
no,
no clue.
no, they're not good. They want that. They want that percentage,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yes.
So, with regards to the state of affairs in the world, we know that COVID has a lot of us just in a quagmire right now,
Mm-hmm.
personally and professionally, if you're in business. What is going on with the stimulus? We'll deal with the personal first.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have any insight on what normal people should do with regards to their 2020 taxes when it comes to the stimulus?
Okay. In regards to the stimulus, if a client did not receive their stimulus check and they know they're certain that they do qualify, they can claim it as a credit on their 2020 tax return.
Okay, okay. So if I didn't get my stimulus and I
Hmm.
qualified for it,
Hmm.
and then I can file it on my taxes, my 2020 taxes.
Yes.
Now, will they send you that whole money, or it's just a deduction that you take?
It is a credit, just like the earned income credits or child tax credits. So
Okay.
if you owe, then more or less they will use it to cover whatever you owe the government. But if you do not owe, then yes, you will receive that as a refund.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So what about the all of the monies that the SBA, I know earlier in 2020 had the grant, the EIDL grant, they had the
Mhm.
EIDL loan, then they had the PPP, think,
Loan.
payroll protection.
Yes.
How does what did are those programs still available, and what do business owners need to do to capitalize on that funding?
Okay, the ERDL is still available. They're no longer doing the grant. That's the last information that I read on the SBA website. But they are doing new loans, and it will be open until December 31st, 2021.
Okay.
Yes, and those are the loans that you have to pay back. The PPP loan, it is they just reopened it on the 11th, and for that they require more documentation for the PPP loan. So
Mm,
you have to ensure that you have your income statement, your tax return. You have to ensure that, and if you have employees, you're going to need like form 940, 941, or 944, and it is showing your employer taxes, whether you're file it annually or you're filing it quarterly to your state. So they
okay.
need that type of documentation. There are certain questions that's on the application, and if you answer yes to some of those questions, you know that you do not qualify. They are also doing they are they're also looking at like how long you've been in business, and if you can prove that you were impacted by the pandemic. So
Mm,
they're asking for stuff from like 2019, 2020, just to prove that there's a difference in your income.
so they're more
And
strict now.
yes, and with if you have a partnership, they're going to request your schedule K1. And if your schedule K1 line 14 as a zero balance, you do not qualify for those loans. And
Um,
with your schedule C, if line 31 as a zero balance, you do not qualify for those loans, because you have to show that your business is actually profitable for them to lend you money.
ah,
Yes.
see, that's why I need an accountant. So, well, let's go back to the qualification, because a lot of time I've heard from a lot of people like, oh well, the SBA didn't approve me or they declined me.
Mhm.
Tell us, Mitchell, how important it is to have our paperwork in order. You gotta have your financials and you
Yes.
gotta have some taxes.
Yes. Yes.
Let's talk about
And
that.
you have to have, because a lot of these loans, for instance, the county I live in, they were doing grants. And for the grants, you have to send in an official income statement showing month to month to month how much you're spending on this, how much you're spending, and how much you're bringing in. And a lot of business did not qualify because a lot of business do not believe in investing in an accountant or a bookkeeper. And there are things, if you don't, because I understand it's challenging, you might not have the money, but there's softwares out there, so you might just have to learn to do certain things yourself. And an income statement is very easy to put together if you're using a software. There's softwares out there that are free, so you can use those as well. Of course, it's limited if it's free, it's only so much that you can do on it. But that's a start, just to show these people that you are serious about your business. Because if you're not taking your business serious, they're not going to take you serious either. So
It's a
having
hobby at
your
that point.
yes, yes, yes. So it's very important if someone send you an email, oh, we need your income statement, you can respond, quickly and say, here it is. Then they
Okay.
know that you mean business.
Mm,
But if you're like, I don't have that, can I send my bank statement? Your bank statement isn't going to show them much because you might be commingling your money. So they don't know what to make of that. And that can
exactly.
also put you in trouble because if you have a business, you should have a separate bank account for personal and for your business expenses.
Preach.
Yes.
That by itself is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very
Yes.
important. And you can't, I can't stress it enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever I'm involved, I have been involved in situations where there was commingling, serious commingling of the money. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so how is one to tell what's business expenses? And then if you haven't kept up with it, you got to go back and you got to try to decipher. Okay, this was for, I spent this at Kroger or Publix or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What was it for? You
Yes.
got to justify it.
Yes.
So the other thing that financials are important to if you are a business is if you're wanting to get certified, you
Yes.
got to have your financials,
Mm-hmm.
everything for everything.
For everything, it is needed for everything. It doesn't matter how small it is. Like
Yeah,
even for your license renewal and stuff like that. Now they're asking for that stuff. So you have
really.
to send them an income statement because in Henry County that was new to me because usually I just state my income and go and pay for my license. But this year I had to actually print off my income statement and take it to them.
Oh
So
wow.
they're beginning to ask for stuff like that because they, with the EID alone, I think a lot of stuff came up. So now there are audits and all this stuff going on. So everybody's trying to make certain that all their documents are legitimate and it's in order and everything is running smooth.
Yeah, because we don't want Uncle Sam or the SBA coming to get us, do we?
Mm-mm.
Because that's when we'll be calling you to fix it, and you'll be like, "You,
Like,
what do you want me to do?"
yes, yes,
Well, that is great information. Look, Kathy said, keep good records and save receipts.
yes, most
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Because I never want the IRS on my butt. I tell you that.
Yes.
So that's great
And
information, Mitchell. I can't stress it enough. And I believe that with the new administration
mhm,
coming in, that there will definitely be a lot of opportunities for minority businesses,
yes.
for businesses, period. But we
Mhm.
have to be prepared.
Yes.
So I would advise everyone to at least, like Mitchell said, consider an accountant, a bookkeeper. So, if you're in business, have someone on your team that can
Hmm.
that can take care of your finances, your financial paperwork, and everything.
Yes.
All right. So, tell us a little bit about the services that you offer. I'm gonna share my screen and share some of the information as well.
Some of the services I offer are bookkeeping services, payroll, tax preparation for both individuals and for corporations. I also do amendments for tax returns, um, virtual service, because of course, we all had to go virtual because everybody got scared. So, of course, I do Skype, Zoom. I do phone calls because not everybody have the time to do a Zoom call or go on Skype. Um, and I'm also an authorized e-filer. So there's no more mailing your tax return in. It is done in a couple minutes and it's sent off to the IRS and you can receive your confirmation.
Oh, okay. All right. And how can we contact you? Let's see here. Now
I can be,
you do free consultations, right?
yes, I do. Mhm.
So anybody that needs a consultation, they can reach
Yes.
you at
Mhm.
this email address and phone.
Yes. Yeah, Mitchell Tulloch at anytimetaxservice.com. My phone number is 470-488-9820. And if anyone would like to check on my website, it's anytimetaxservice.com. On there, I have prices with different packages. So bookkeeping and payroll is not as expensive as people think, because of course I cater to small business and I do understand what it's like being a small business because that's who I am as well.
Right. Well, I'm gonna call you for sure.
Okay.
So, Mitchell, I have to ask you now, before since we've been talking all this serious stuff, I have to ask you a couple of fun questions so our viewers can get to know you a little bit better.
Hmm.
So you said you're from Jamaica.
Yes, I am.
Hmm. So what did you grew up there, correct?
Yes.
So what was your favorite food in the whole wide world when you were growing up?
That would be some jerk pork with roast breadfruit. I absolutely
Yeah.
love that.
I've not had breadfruit. I've not
Oh,
had that.
really? I love it. I love it.
Wow. What about the mangoes? Man, I haven't had a
I
mango
do.
like
I
that.
love mangoes. Like when I used to travel before, I used to try to sneak a few here because I just couldn't get enough. But of course, they would always find my mangoes. So
I don't know why they don't ship them here from Jamaica
I
because they are
know, but they don't, and I do not get the same mango, the same
wow.
ones like when I go home. So of course, I'm always trying to bring something home with
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's coming up on the horizon for you? Where's Anytime Tax Service headed? What's on the horizon?
I expect great things because this was my first year being self-employed, full time in my business. I resigned my corporate job in December of 2019 to go full time in my business, and of course the pandemic happened, but I am so grateful that my business was able to grow. So that so it's just continuously growing and educating my clients, helping small business, just ensuring that everyone is getting what they need. Is I don't think I always think of an accountant or bookkeeper or a tax preparer as someone just as important as your physician. As much as you
Mm,
just go once per year, you still need to have those dialogue just to let them know what's going on. Have those conversations. If you're going to someone who don't have the time to talk to you, then you're really wasting your money.
mm.
So that's what I'm looking forward to, just growing, starting to hire, so that I can help someone else and be a benefit to the community.
Oh wow, that's awesome. It's awesome to hear you say because you seem to be very focused on helping people,
Yes.
and that's really what it's all about.
Hmm.
It's your job, it's your business, but
Yeah.
you're passionate about helping people, and
Hmm.
I applaud that. I
Yeah.
applaud
Thank you.
that. Appreciate that. So one more fun question. So today was a very very special day. And I know you didn't grow up here, but I'm sure it felt a little special to you too, 'cause we all got on our pearls. You know why we got on our pearls, right?
Yes, I know, and I was going to do that, but of course, I was rushing. I had a blue dress picked up because, of course, Kamala was in her blue today, which is my favorite color, and it just didn't work out like that. So I just have to go with the flow. But I was very proud today. I had goosebumps. I know my kids were like, "My mommy don't watch TV. Why is she watching TV?" Yes, and I had to watch it. I had to because that just it meant so much, not just for immigrants and stuff, but for women all over the world. Like
Yes,
never in my wildest dreams I ever thought that I would see a female vice president. No.
yes,
But it happened. So she made history today.
yes, she did, and
Yes.
I'm still getting chills and
Yes.
crying, and it's just amazing, and I
Yes,
feel
it is.
it just feels good right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
because the last 4 years has been very stressful for me.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to watch CNN anymore. It's like I'm good. I'm good. I trust what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I trust that they have our best interests, and I pray that I pray love and light, send love and light to
Yes.
our leaders, all of them.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah. So now one more fun question. Then we're gonna go. We're gonna go. If you had the opportunity to talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell her?
I would tell her always follow your dream. And just know that you are more than enough and never settle.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is good stuff. That is good stuff. Okay, any parting words other than that you want to tell our guests? Let's see who we got on tonight. We got Delphine. They've been commenting. We've got Vassiana. We've got Kathy. Kathy is the numbers person too.
Oh, she is? Okay.
She's the one that said keep good records and save receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
You
Kathy.
have to.
Jackie said she's trying to get to Jamaica.
They're open. They're actually accepting visitors, but you have to do the COVID test. So I haven't
Really?
traveled since COVID. I haven't.
Is how are the numbers over there?
I know the last thing I saw, it was like 4,000 for the entire island. So it's not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
No, it's not.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, don't give Jackie or Delphine ideas or Kathy. Well, maybe we can reschedule that trip.
Yes.
But it has been such a pleasure. I am honored to have you as a guest.
Same
Uh,
here. Thank you.
I hope that you'll find it in your heart to come back. Uh,
Most definitely.
we're a new show and we're growing, so
Mhm.
we have our goal is big, our dream
That's
is big.
awesome. Yes.
So I would love to have you back and say, remember when we were da 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 da? Like,
Yes.
look at us now. So, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight and commenting and encouraging. I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. And remember, you can always check this. You can always look at this again on YouTube now or Facebook on my page, my personal page, or Gold Digger Diaries page. And share with your friends and let them know about Gold Digger Diaries because we really want to inject some positivity on people's timelines.
Hmm.
So we're celebrating people. We are celebrating the good that people are doing in their work, their careers, their communities. We want to celebrate that. So thank you guys for supporting, and I will see you guys on the other side. Thank you. Good night.